whenever I move out of a place, I like to go through and get some video and take some photos just so years later I can look around and see where I lived and how I used to live and reminisce and bring back memories and gripe and complain. And the room you're currently in was the kitchen. It measured 12 by 12, so it's a fairly decent size. Although the sink was an exercise in frustration. Well, there's a hand for comparison since I currently lack a banana. Studio room, the lights are all taken out of here. This room was always a disgusting black pit, so the lack of light isn't really affecting the interpretation of this room. It's where a washing machine used to go, but broke before I moved in, so it was just a gross pit the whole time I lived here. Up here was a staircase that stored a lot of my art. So the studio room down there was an 8-foot by 8-foot pit. Not ideal by any means, but workable. So everything I painted from 2009 onwards was painted there. And this was the main area. Massive set of racks built into the wall, so this apartment was excellent for storage. Computer desk came with the apartment. Smoke detector that never worked. Light. The reason it's so dark is because these lights, the ballast was kind of off, so it burns out bulbs in matters of hours. So this room was 7.5 feet wide by longer than my tape measure could go. And the bathroom. Toilet on a throne. It was always incredibly rocky, and it slowly got worse over time. Sink, bathroom stall, nothing special or out of the ordinary here. Vent, pipes. It was always insanely hot in here. I actually had to tape up all the vents the whole time I lived here, just because it was too hot otherwise. The windows were horrible. Got maybe half an hour of sunlight half a year. Otherwise, it was entirely in shadow. When I first moved into this apartment, several things were left behind. Two of the items were like a weird mango-scented body wash. There was a little magnifying vanity mirror and a container of vanilla-scented bath crystals. I was a little surprised to see this because the look of the apartment really didn't look like a place that I'd expect someone who liked to indulge in a bath with vanilla crystals would enjoy. So I had a certain impression of the kind of person who would have been in the apartment before me. So I asked some of the other tenants, and apparently it was like a tattoo-covered biker guy who lived here before me. So, next time you're thinking of bikers, think of them sitting in a bathtub with vanilla-scented bath crystals, perhaps reading a book, sipping wine, Subvert the stereotypes. What else? Yeah, I guess I keep thinking what else, but really that's about it. That's all there is to this place. And it's all there's ever going to be, because starting tomorrow, they're bringing workers and just wrecking the place and ripping it all up and starting fresh and building something entirely new. Hey, Kyle here. I've been living in my new place for a full month now, but I'm double rented, so I still technically own this old place today. So let's go in and have one last look at it, see how it's changed in a month of non-occupancy. I see the light is still burnt out. That answers that question. They've changed the lock on me, so despite paying for this room, I don't have access to it. So long, old key, your services will no longer be needed.